everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So this is my lovely client, Shauna. She's been with me, oh my God, how long have you been with me now? Like 15 weeks?
Yes.
Yeah. About
more than that.
Yeah, more than that now. I think it's been ages.
Plus 6 weeks of coaching.
Yes. So we've been with each other for ages, and Shauna was previously in the Hooked app as well. So she's been with me now for more than a year training, which is amazing. But it's been such a pleasure to work with Shauna, watch her transformation and still like help her now through this time. So Shauna's kindly enough to come on this call. She's going to chat about her experience with coaching, answer a few questions, and hopefully just inspire you guys as well on your health and fitness journey. So Shauna, can you tell us a little bit about like your fitness background prior to joining the coaching program? Like what was it like, and kind of what did you try and what wasn't working for you?
So I think it's like sporadical. Whenever I take a break from my work, from my school, I thought like, what can I do in that 6 months between school that I can do for myself? And it's always health and fitness. So that's what I've done. Like, so in the past 20 years, really it's like every 10 years I have a break and I got really fit and healthy. And then once I get back to work or school, that's gone again. So this time, I'll say this time is slightly different.
Yes. It's definitely different.
Yes. So at the beginning, it's still the same. I think I signed up for the Hook program.
Yes.
I think it was around Easter. I was just sitting around at home thinking like, oh my goodness, my belly is as big as an Easter egg. Might as well do something for myself yet again. So it went well this summer because there were like motivation to get fit over the summer.
Yes.
Then come winter, and then I need to go back to work by then. And like, I've never done working out or paying attention to my health or any kind of fitness while I'm busy with work.
It's hard though, to get the balance.
It's really hard because you need to pay attention to what you eat, pay attention to your workout, really have the time to yourself, which whenever I'm busy, I don't prioritize myself. I prioritize work first. So that's why I thought I need help. And just so that happened, you offered that 6-week program right at that time. It's like, oh yeah, I need to check it out, what it is. And have someone help me through working on my health and fitness while working.
Yes, because you can do
that's
it.
How. Yes. And then I realized that, yes, I can do it.
Yes. And you've stuck to it now since November, I think you joined. So you've stuck with it now, November, all the way up until April. And that's like your busiest period as well. And you've managed to stick with it and stay with it.
Yes, I work, I think almost the most I've worked. I'm every single day, 9 to 5. So that's not a lot compared to other people. There are people with 2 jobs or 3 and whatnot, but really the day-to-day job, I can manage it.
Yeah. And for you, would you say that was like the most kind of important thing for you, was making sure that you found something that could fit into your lifestyle when you are such a busy person?
Yes. The reason I found you was like, oh yeah, this YouTuber, like, look pretty cute for the cute fitness trainer. And then those 20-minute workouts, like, yes, I think it can fit into my lifestyle, even though I've never done HIIT before.
Oh, you've never done HIIT before?
No. So before, when I tried to get fit, my way of getting fit would be like, crash diet when I was younger. And then that didn't work anymore.
Going through the trends that everyone does.
No. And then so in my 30s, like, what can I do in my 30s? So I did yoga. Like 2 hours per day.
Oh, wow.
Sometimes like power yoga, vinyasa, but mostly hatha yoga, more slow pace. And then that kind of kicked me back to the fit level.
That then what went?
Yeah. And then I why I say April, like looking at my tummy, why it's so big is I think my body has hit another level, like my metabolism or age. It just doesn't work with my body anymore. It's like, maybe I can try something else.
Yes.
And that's why. And I already forgot the question. that you asked, because right now I'm almost 48.
Yeah, no, don't even sit it. No, I'm just so glad more than anything that like we've managed to find something that fits into your lifestyle more than anything.
Yes.
That to me is one of the most important factors, because I think so many people have this misconception that you have to work out for like an hour a day, or like you have to go to the gym to do these workouts, and that you can't fit it into your life. And that's really kind of what puts a lot of people off, but that's just not the case, as you fully know. Like you work out, what, 4 days a week?
Yeah, it's really surprisingly little.
Yeah, it's literally like no time at all, like max 30 minutes and then you're done.
Right. So I think at the beginning with the Hook program, I think like 12, 15, 20 at most.
Yes.
And with coaching, got a little bit more, usually 20 minutes, sometimes 30.
Yeah.
But I think that's what I've been doing, 20 to 30 minutes for about 4 days a week. Yeah.
Yeah. And that's nothing. That's so easy to fit into your schedule, like you said, at any time. And you don't feel worn out. You've done what you need to do. And you're seeing results, which is the main thing.
Yeah. And also at the beginning, I just try different time. I try to work out whenever I can.
Yeah.
So sometimes in the morning, sometimes in the afternoon, sometimes at night. So I usually have planned 3 blocks. I remember that. So if I didn't work out in the morning, I'll try to see if I can fit it in the afternoon. And if not, I'll try to fit in at night. And then I realized that that's not building a consistent schedule and habit for me. That's not what I would do, because once I have one slippery slope, like I skip one, and then just like domino effect, I will stop. And hence with the program, sometimes I stop and oh darn it, I need to restart again.
Yeah, but that's so true though, what you just said. Building up a habit and a routine is really like one of the most important things, and I'm glad that we've managed to do that as well for you. So like you have your set time, you do work out, and it's done, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah, so with the 6-month coaching program, I really just kind of fixed the schedule in the morning.
Yes.
And try to plan my schedule around that actually. So
Which
I
is
know
great,
that, I know that actually work out those 4 days. And then I'll just make sure that I get the work done, so I don't have to feel anxious that I need to skip workout and do my work.
No. You can do it. You can do it all, and you have been doing it all, which is the best thing.
Yeah. So that have been working really well.
Yes, it has been. And I remember when you first come to me on your very first call, when we spoke about kind of like what was your main goal, you said to me that the one thing you really wanted to do was get a waist. That was like your number one thing. You were like, I've never had a waist. I want a waist. I want to get one. And we managed to do that in 6 weeks, which is crazy.
Yes.
And you've maintained it, which is amazing. So how do you feel that you reached that in 6 weeks? Like what was your thinking? Were you like, oh my God?
I was so impressed and proud.
Yes.
Impressed by your work and proud of myself.
Proud of you, yeah. Because you did it. Like you're the one that put in the work. Like, yes, okay, I guided you, but you put in the work, which is the main thing.
Well, yeah, thank you. At the beginning, I thought it's all a big van to have like, just I want to get a waist. I've never had one. So I think my mom like called me like, she said like my shape like a bucket. No, I'm not big by any standard, but just like there's no shape. I have small chest, small bum, and a redder white waist. It's like just like a bucket. Straight.
But not now. Now we've got a nice waist coming in, which is right. We've now got it down to I think 24 and a half, which is amazing.
Yes, that's really nice. And like I show my mom, and my mom's like, you got thing like Asian, we're pernicious. We never hold back to what we criticize others. When we do that, we feel like we're friends. We're really close to each other. That's why. But anyway, she's like, she said like, you're very thin lately. Like you need to eat more. And you need to do it. Like, no, Mom,
I've got a waist bum.
Fat. I'm trying to get some muscle, and look, I got a waist.
I got a waist now. I've got abs. I've got strong arms and legs. Like I am my best version of myself right now, Mum.
Yeah.
But I'm so proud of you. Oh, yes. Your mum was probably like, oh, what's the program? Let me get on that. But I honestly, I am just so happy that we managed to accomplish that for you and kept it up more than anything. Like, it just makes me so proud. Like when you said that was your goal, I was like, I'm going to get this for you. I'm going to get this for you. And we did, which is the best thing. And how is your relationship with your body as well now? Because I know obviously before, like you said, it was always like up and down, like starting, stopping, especially with programs. Like, how is it now with your body? Like, how do you look at it? How do you feel? What do you think?
I think almost every other girl had this body image issues where we want to get at and where we are right now.
Yes.
And it's really hard to accept. Like we have our certain limit and we work with our limit, and what you see on TV or on social media is really just the best, and then sometimes even Photoshop and whatnot.
Yes, it is.
So the mentality and goal actually shift, and now, I got a waist. I'm not saying that I'm not thin. I'm still am, but right now it's like really I like to have building some muscle, strengthen it, especially with 48 going 50 will be pretty much on the horizon. I need to be strong for myself, for my family, especially I have a boy still pretty young. He's only 7.
Yes, we want to make sure that we can still have a fight with him,
Yes.
Play around. But I think for you as well, like one of the things that I really wanted to make sure that we worked on as well was the mindset around your body, like feeling confident, feeling strong. And I think, like you said, I'm really glad that kind of your mind shifted to those ideations of your body instead of just like looking at the physical stuff. Yes, we're always going to do that. But I think mentally, if we build up the strength in our mind and how we feel about ourselves, it really does make such a difference. And I'm glad that you managed to do that as well.
Thank you. With your help, definitely.
Yeah, but I'm glad that we got there, because that's how, like, mindset, as we know, is very important, and we like to always harp on about it. But I'm glad that we got there as well. And how would you say your relationship with food has changed as well? Like, what's kind of the biggest thing that you learned with nutrition coming into this program?
It's actually a big lesson that I learned about macros.
Yes.
So before, before you thought like, oh, losing weight just need to be on a deficit, and that didn't work for me. I mean, it did when I was much younger, but then it stopped working, and I knew that's not right. And what else could it be? So the first thing during your 6-week coaching program was like, everybody get your macro, your sheet, and this is what you're gonna eat, and this is how much you're gonna have, and at the beginning, it was a little bit struggle. I've never had that much protein before.
Yes, which it always is. At first, it's always like, oh my God, what? I've got to eat protein? Like, what? But it's funny because when you actually start prioritizing it in your meal, it becomes easy.
It actually, I think it took a good 3 weeks of trial and error.
Yes.
So I realized like, oh, I like eggs. I'm going to add egg white to my breakfast. Yeah. But first, I don't cook. And so I struggle with a non-stick pan. My egg white still gets stuck on a non-stick pan. And my husband saying like, how can you ruin a non-stick pan? Like, just leave me alone.
You cook it. You help.
Leave me alone. So I figure out, okay, what else can I do? I love quiche, I love frittata.
Yes.
So now that's what I do. I just make egg white frittata, and with silicone pan, they will never get stuck.
Easy, yeah.
I just pour it and forget about it.
That's what we need.
Easy peasy.
Yeah. And the good thing with that is you can make a batch of it and meal prep it for a couple of days. So you'd have to think about it, which is even better.
That's exactly what I did. So I learned about prioritizing egg white, prioritizing protein.
Yep.
So egg white is my go-to, and then I think chicken breast, fish. Yeah, fish. All the things that I like, but more of like proportion is slightly different.
Yes.
And I think that's that. And I think meal prep.
Yeah, meal prep.
We did a lot of meal prep. Yeah, when you say like make one and then eat it for a few days, then that really helpful.
It is.
Yeah, when your fridge is empty, like nothing ready to eat, And what do you dig into? You dig into
Crap.
bread, noodles, pasta, chips,
chocolate, anything that's in the fridge,
whatever that's fast and it can fill you.
Which is so common though, because like one of the things as well that I like to stress to people is I think people have this, again, misconception about meal prepping where they think that you have to cook it and then you have to eat it for 5 days straight. And it's like, no, there's various ways you can meal prep. Like you can cook something for dinner and have it for leftover for lunch the next day, or have it for dinner the next day. You can just do 2 days of it. That's what I do when I meal prep. It doesn't have to be the same meal every day. Like, okay, if you like that sort of thing, go for it. But if you don't force yourself to do that. Just switch every 2 days. Just make your life easy. Like you said, instead of like, you might have a day where you're really busy at work and stuff and you'll think, can't be bothered, let me just go and grab something from a cafe. And it won't be the best of things that you could have made yourself. So again, thinking ahead, but I'm glad that you learned about meal prep and you've learned to obviously include it in your diet. And now you're at a stage which I absolutely love, is that you're eating way more calories than you thought you would. And you've also now got this whole enjoyment around, I won't call it flexibility, but you can, in a sense, eat what you want. Like you went away, as we know, on an all-inclusive holiday for a week with your husband and son. And you just ate what you wanted, enjoyed yourself, and nothing happened. Like nothing happened to your body at all. So I think you got to this amazing stage. Like talk me through that. Like how did you feel when you got back and you noticed like nothing happened?
I think I kind of felt it even during vacation.
Yep.
Because it's like all-inclusive beach vacation. You put on your bikini every day. So you kind of really got a feeling of it. But once we got back and like took another before after picture. And it's like really nothing. And I was so proud, like trying to encourage other girls in the community.
Yeah, in the community.
Right. It's like you can do it. Don't worry about it. Don't panic. Don't have anxiety of having a life, because you can pick it up as long as you're willing to come back and make that step again. Exactly. I think a lot of time people just like a domino effect that I mentioned before, right? It's just like, okay, I skip once and then I'm not gonna go back to it again. It's fine. You're not back to the
no,
zero. That's fine.
Yeah.
Just try a little bit by a time. So that worked really well, and I realized all inclusive is actually a good idea.
Yes.
Because I can prioritize protein again instead of like.
It's true.
Yeah, right. Because on vacation, I remember I go to a city, I remember I went to Quebec City, and then it's like people everywhere. And whenever I'm hungry, I need to eat something. The easiest way is just like a bakery, because there's bakery everywhere. And there's yummy croissants everywhere.
So obviously,
I ate croissant every single day.
It's true, but at all inclusive, it's like you've kind of like, you have to eat what's there, which is a good thing as well. So the moral of the story, guys, is go all inclusive. Go all inclusive on your holiday. But I'm really glad though that like you're able to see that nutrition doesn't have to be this restrictive thing forever. Like you have learned how to have the flexibility and eat what you want. Like bearing in mind, we did this over Christmas as well. And you still got great results. And like, that's one of the things I really wanted to encourage you and all the other girls was life doesn't stop because you're on a program. Okay, yes, you're on a program, but like you can still enjoy Christmas. You can still enjoy Easter. Like you want to go out with your friends, go and enjoy yourself. It's just learning the healthy habits to have around it. And I think you 100% learned that in this.
Well, thank you. I think a lot of time we girls put ourselves on the diet. Yes. It's kind of secret. We don't want other people to know.
Yeah.
And that's why holiday is so hard, because you don't want to say, I don't want to eat this, I don't want to eat that. Like people are like, why?
Yeah, why aren't you eating that? Why aren't you eating my chocolate cake?
Right. Or like you don't want to feel left out with all the fun. And it's just really difficult.
Yeah.
If that's the way of doing. And that's why you mentioned my lifestyle. It's really, I'm just like, I want to prioritize my protein here. It's not that I cannot have any, but I'll probably have this first and then I have room for that.
Exactly. And like you said, as well, life is meant to be enjoyed as well. I still want you to go and be social and enjoy your things. But I think now you've also got to the point where you have learned to really understand what your body needs as well. Because even one of the other girls said the same thing to me. Like, she's noticed now that if she eats too many heavy carbs at night, she just feels so bloated and full and can't sleep. But if she eats it at lunch, she has amazing energy throughout the day, doesn't feel the need to snack and crave sugar as much as she used to, and then just has a dinner full of protein and veggies or fats, whatever she wants in it, without that sluggish feeling later on. So I think, like you said, it's just learning what works for you and also flexibility, because this is a program for life, as you know. This isn't a program just 6 weeks and basically that's it. Like, you've learned so much that you're going to always continue on, which is what I want more than anything.
Yay.
And You've definitely done that. And the last question really is, would you recommend this program to other people that are watching this? Like, what would your message be to them?
I would definitely recommend it. But of course, I'll say first, look at where you're at and where you want to be.
Yes.
Right. I was realistic with my goal and my expectation.
Yeah.
And I want to use this program to help me really incorporate fitness into my life.
And you have, yeah. And that's great. And the expectation, like you said, is very important.
So I knew that I needed an extra push.
Yeah.
Just the program alone, I'll be just living it and then went back to work and be my old and healthy lifestyle once again.
Yep.
So that if anyone's in the same situation as I would say a coaching program really helps someone, help you with the nutrition, help you with the workout, and help you with, I think, the accountability.
Yeah.
It's really something that really helped me keep going for, like you said, from November now, how many?
To April, yeah. It's like 6 months basically, yeah, which is crazy. Which is amazing though. I literally feel like I remember day one when you started, and like now it's like, wow, we're in April.
Yeah.
Nearly May.
Yep. Nearly May. Almost warm.
Yeah, basically coming into summer now, thank God, so we can get our towns on, which is amazing. And then one thing is, if you had to basically say what the coaching program was in a sentence, what would you say? Like, the coaching program is whatever, or the coaching program made me feel, like, what would you say?
I think the coaching program probably, that's tough to make in one sentence. I think, okay, help me out here. I feel like it was a period of I was in a cocoon.
Ooh,
and then finally, it's a transformation.
Yes.
It truly is. The cocoon kind of bound you in a structure with all the things that you need to care about and learn about, and then slightly you try to break out of it little by little.
Yes.
So I think we loosen up the nutrition. Like, okay, now Shauna, explore whatever you want to eat and see where you become and what that does to you, and then work out. It were intense, and now we're cutting back cardio.
Yes.
Because I'm now focusing on getting strength, right? Yep. Accountability, originally Holly, every single day. You have to send me a text message I think 5:00 in my morning. It's like, Shauna, work out.
Are you up, Shauna? Are you working out? Here's your motivation for the day.
Right now we're like, yeah, you're okay. Once a week. Where you at? Do you need help? So I feel like I'm almost fully out of the cocoon and ready to spread my wing, but not quite there yet. I'm so glad you're still here.
Yeah, I love being here, honestly. Like, people always say to me, like, why do you text everyone all the time? I'm like, because I love it. Like, I actually love messaging you guys, be like, hey, what's going on? But also at the same time, I'm good in like sensing if people are like, back off. I'm like, okay. It's like basically trying to see how much people need me. And like, it's basically trying to like detect what you need from me.
Mm-hmm. And I think that's really amazing about you, because some influencer, when they get popular, they may be not as approachable, but well, Holly here is definitely approachable. It makes me feel like I know her for forever.
Well, you do.
I'm saying like,
you do.
I'm
You
saying
know,
like, if you visit Niagara Falls, come visit me.
yeah, and I will. And if you come to Lisbon, I want you to come over. I want you to come meet my daughter. Like, yes, that's that's one of the things I love about this, is that you don't just get to like coach you. I get to make friends with you as well, which I absolutely love. And then stay in touch. That's one of the most important things. This is supposed to be a fun experience, you know.
Yes, I'm having fun 6 months later still. That's really amazing.
Still having fun, which is what we love. Well, Shauna, thank you so much. Honestly, I appreciate your time, and honestly, I love coaching you. It's one of the most amazing things, and I'm honored to still be your coach and have you here. So thank you for your time, and that's it really, guys. So thank you so much, and we'll speak to everyone later.